Hi, welcome to Create Pretty Things. How are you guys doing on this fine Mother's Day? I hope you had a fun day and got lots of hugs from lots of people that care about you. Did you know that Chalk Couture has a DIY subscription where you get an 8.5 by 11-inch transfer and 3 coordinating paste packets sent to your door every month for $21.99 a month? Well, it changes every month and it is exclusive only to club members and designers. And this is the May transfer. Can you guys see it? It's retro, it's cute, and we're going to do it in some nice retro colors. I'd love to know what you think of these colors. So as you hop on, please heart the video and comment club for more details about our monthly club sent to your Messenger account. I love this club. It's so worth it. I look forward to getting it in the mail every month. And there's so many different ways that you can use these. You can put these on a sign. You can put these on a pillowcase. You can put these on a piece of wood. You can put it on clothing like a t-shirt if you want to using ink. So there's lots of ways to use them, and you can reuse these over and over again up to 12 times. You just need to clean them carefully after you use them and store them properly. Now, what I just did was I used my fuzzing towel to add a little bit of lint to the back of this. This is sticky, and we love the sticky, but we want to make sure it's not so sticky that when we pull it up, it's going to stretch out the transfer. Because remember, these are reusable, so we want them to be perfect after we use them. So all I did was a couple times I laid it down on this fuzzing cloth, but it can be a towel, it can be your shirt, it can be any piece of fabric, just something that might lessen the stick of this transfer a little bit. So do you see how you can see through this transfer? The areas you can see through are called silk screen. That's where your paste goes through and it goes onto the surface below. Well, I want to show you the surface I'm using tonight. Look what I'm using. I got this at Dollar Tree during Easter, and it does have a couple pieces that I wanted to take off. It has these little feet, which may make it a little uneven. So I'm just going to take those off. And I'm going to use the back of this. I painted the back with white chalk paint. It's nice and even. It's smooth. You want a smooth texture to lay this down on, and that is smooth. If it's not smooth, you can sand it just a little bit to get it even and soft. I am going to go ahead and lay down this transfer, trying to center it on my surface. And of course, I'm going to use the bottom line of my surface to kind of gauge whether it's even or not. I'm going to smooth this down, and it's not evenly spaced. I can tell that right now. So I can pull this up and I can reapply it. Okay, I think that looks better. Now on these newer transfers, we have older transfers and newer transfers. Our newer transfers are more translucent, but at this moment they still have this little copyright mark at the bottom that is silk screen, and we don't want to chalk that onto our design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that up. You can be really, really careful about putting this down. I don't think this was even still, guys, looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up that silk screen area just to make sure that I don't put any paste there and it doesn't go through. Okay, so this is our placement tape. You can use masking tape, anything you want. Just cover that up. This is easy to remove off the transfer, and it won't harm anything. I can just pull it up when I'm done. So that's why I like to use that. It also has some measurements on here. So if you needed like 6 inches worth of tape, you can easily measure it just looking at the tape itself. And these are really inexpensive. They're in my shop. You can purchase those, add them to your cart, whatever you want to do. So now that I have this down on my surface, I want to rub over it, make sure that there aren't any air bubbles or bumps in places where I don't want a bump. I do feel a bump right there. It's a rough spot. Okay, right there. And you can also use a squeegee that's clean. I just kind of rub over. I'm going to use the back side actually. Rub over it, make sure it's down nice and solidly, no air bubbles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, oh, this is our color of the month, Saucy. So every month we have a selected color of the month that's not available any other time except for when the month releases it. So this is our color for May. It's called Saucy, and it's like a barbecue sauce. Now, in order to get this color available for you to purchase, you have to add $75 to your shopping cart. So if you're ever shopping and your cart goes up to $75, remember that this is available. It will unlock for you to purchase at $75 in the cart. So then you can purchase it. So this is Saucy. It's like a hot sauce, like a barbecue sauce, very summery. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it for the gas tank here. And I'm going to use it for gasoline. I have a couple other colors I'm going to use, Ocean Mist and Storm. Now, when you are a club member, you're going to get 3 individual packets of paste that coordinate with this project. And the colors that they selected were this Ocean Mist, which is a light pale blue, and the Storm. And they also selected a color called Cadet, which is a dark blue. I'm going to substitute this Saucy for the Cadet. So let's get started. I'm going to do the gasoline in the gas tank in the Saucy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my squeegee in the Saucy color. I think I'm going to do premium also. Premium. The word premium is going in Saucy and gasoline. Now this would also look good in Candy Apple Red. So I said that this is an exclusive paste. It's a color of the month. But if you don't qualify to unlock that, you can purchase our Candy Apple, which is a real pretty red, and use that. So don't worry about it if you don't want to purchase $75. Now, you can use any colors you choose to on this transfer. Once you have the transfer, let your creativity run wild. Pick your designs and run with those. So whatever your favorite colors are, if you want yellow, if you want blue, whatever you want to do. Use your imagination, make it your own. So I'm making sure that I'm covering the whole gas tank. Now this also has some embedded distressing in it, which is showing up at, I'm going to do the star red too, throughout the design. When you get this on here, you're going to want to get off the excess and you're going to put it back into your jar. Just scrape it off. And you know what, guys, I wanted to share this real quick. So let me go ahead and share this to a group or two. And also, you don't want to let this paste dry in your silk screen. You want to get it pulled up while it's still wet and let it stay on the surface below. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this up right now because I'm going to paste this in individual pieces, and I want to make sure that that paste stays down. Wow, that looks great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I pulled that up. The paste is down. I'm going to let this fall back down, and I'm going to need to rub it down again, just so that I get the continuity for my bottom of my transfer. I'm going to peel up the bottom also, because remember, I want that paste to remain on the surface. And if I don't pull it up, it's going to come up when I lift that. So I'm going to lift it, and you can see that it's looking great already. Look at that. So I'm going to put it back down, and I'm not going to press down where I've already chalked, but I'm going to press down on the areas around it. Just making sure that those are down. I do have a bubble here. I'm going to lift it up and push it down. Make sure that's down. And I did notice that I was missing a little bit of red paste right here at the top. I'm not sure if that's distressing or not, but I'm going to paste it. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Storm and my blue for the remainder of this project. See, and I've got some bubbles up here, so I want to make sure I get those down. I'm just going to smooth it down. And I could have fuzzed this a little bit more because it is stretching just a little bit as I pull it up, and that may cause some placement issues. Okay, so I'm going to do the outline of this. Well, outline and full. Now let's do our Storm first. So with Storm, I'm going to do the inside little areas, and this is kind of dry. So I'm going to go ahead and add some distilled water to this, and I'm going to stir it up really well before I use it. If your paste dries out, you can add distilled water to it and mix it. Now, it needs to be the consistency of sour cream or a yogurt, a thick Greek yogurt. If it's too dry, once again, it will not go down to the surface down below. It will pull up and stay on the top. So I want to make sure I have the right consistency of this. And basically, when I'm doing this, I want it to be so that it glides really, really easy. It doesn't feel dry and give me a lot of resistance. And I want to make sure it's mixed up really, really well, because if there's any wet spots in there, it's gonna run. It's gonna peek, slip underneath that design, and it's gonna bleed. Okay, so that feels pretty good. I'm gonna get my squeegee, and I'm gonna do a lot of the inside parts of this. I think the full service and the open 24/7 I'll do in the blue. Whoops. You guys ever get paste across your forehead? This paste is water soluble, so it's easy cleanup, which I'm thankful for. It is non-toxic, which makes it nice to work with. Okay, so I've got that on pretty well. I'm going to take off my excess. Try not to get any of that red. Put it back in my jar. And the rest of this I'm just going to do in the, what is this color? Ocean Mist? Yeah, Ocean Mist. Get another squeegee. Look at the consistency of this. This one is also a little thick. So I'm going to add some water and stir it up. To loosen it. It just comes right back to the proper consistency. So just stir it up, mix it well. Make sure you don't have any spots that aren't incorporated into the water. You don't want water sitting there. It will bleed on you. You want it just to go on really smoothly when you paste it on there. I think it needs one more squirt. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I get my squeegee and I'm going to squeegee the rest of this. So the open, the full service garage, the Route 66, and notice that there are some distressings in through here. I want to make sure I get those. And I'm going to go around the edge and do the border. How are you guys doing? Did you have a great Mother's Day? Did you have a great weekend? I know not everybody's a mother, but I think that everyone who cares for someone or something else deserves honor on this day. So if you're a pet mom, if you're a stepmom, if you've never had kids, but you take care of other people, I think it's just part of the caregiver day. And maybe it should be called a caregiver day, or I don't know. But I think a lot of people should be given some gratitude and thanks on this day and shown their appreciation. Okay, so this is just about ready. I'm taking off my excess, putting it in the jar. And I have a water bath down here that I throw my dirty squeegees in. So I do have a little bit of paste on me. Okay, and I did get some paste right there. Now, most of the time, if you get excess paste, you can either scrape it off or wipe it off. Okay, so remember that this does have distressing in it. Oh, yeah. Wow, guys. What do you think? Look at those colors. They're kind of the muted colors, but the muted colors are in this year. They're really in. Now, I do have a little bit of blue right here, and I do have a little line of blue right here. So what I'm going to do is I've got my board eraser soaking in water, and it looks like this. This is very dirty, though. And I'm just going to rub that off. I'm going to rub it off up here, and I'm going to rub it off up here. And it's gone. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to clean the transfer now. So here's our dirty transfer. I'm going to put it on the ground on my table. I'm going to remove the placement tape that I put on there to prevent chalking over the copyright. So I'm going to remove that real quick, and I'm going to spray this with regular tap water. The sooner you get this sprayed, the easier your job's going to be. So I thought I would do it now and continue cleaning off taking off my placement tape. And I am also going to close up my paste, because the sooner you close up your paste, the less drying out you're going to have. So I'm going to close those all up. Okay, so now I've got this wet. I'm going to get a paper towel, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the first layer of paste. Now, the first layer is your thickest layer, and your darker colors are going to be harder to remove. They're going to be harder to remove, and they may stain your transfers, but that's okay. So I just keep on cleaning this with water the first or second time with the paper towel, and then I'm going to use my board eraser. And that's mainly because my board eraser gets dirty, which is okay, and it's about time for me to get a new one out. But if I can get it off with the paper towel and water, it's less cleaning for the board eraser to do. Okay, my board eraser is in water. I squeeze it out to remove the excess, and then I just clean over this. Now, one thing I want to tell you is your goal is to clean out the silkscreen areas, the areas that you can see through. And that is what you want to have remaining clean, because if you want to reuse this again and it's still dirty, your paste isn't going to go through. So that's the most important part, is the silkscreen. And like I said, the teal part may stain, and that's okay, because that's just some place where the chalk is not going to go through. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me on this. Like I said, this is our exclusive Club of the Month transfer. So if you want to know more about Club, you can type in the word Club in the comments, and that will give you a link in your Facebook Messenger that you can go and check out everything you need to know about the club. But what I can tell you is it's a monthly club. It's a $21.99, I believe, is the price. That will give you other exclusive perks. Sometimes they'll have a transfer sale just for club members. Sometimes they'll give a free gift with purchase. They always try to have a little something going for club members, because we love our club members. There is a 3-month commitment to the club, and then you can cancel anytime after that 3-month commitment is over. So I don't think you're going to want to cancel anyway within 3 months. but that's good to know in case you want to. So I'm going to go over this one more time with my board eraser. I like to go a couple different ways, back and forth, up and down, to make sure I get it as clean as I possibly can. And then I get my paper towel, and I'm going to dry the top. I also dry my surface as I go. Please tell me where you're watching from as you jump on. I'd love to know. And tell me if you've ever tried Chocateur at all. If you haven't, we also have some Try Me kits. There's one on the website that you can look at, or I can build you something that I have. I got a cute summer project, a bunch of little minis that I can give you either a chalk suede tag or a wooden surface to try it on. But this is a great way to try out the projects, is to buy a mini kit and see if this is something you like. You can practice with it. They're very inexpensive. I'd be happy to send one out, and I can send them out tomorrow if you're interested. Okay, so this is all clean. This is what it looks like. See, you can see some staining on the transfer, but the silkscreen is clean. Now, what I'm going to do is get my transfer backer again, and I should have marked this front and back. Let me see if I can determine. Sometimes you can see a shadow of the design. Okay, I think I see it on this side. I would mark the back of your transfer, though, your backer, when you start, because it's hard. And if you don't put it on the right side of the backer, it will stick and it might harm your transfer. So that's an important part that I forgot. I smooth it on really good to make sure it's got a good connection to the backer. And I store it back in the cellophane sleeve that it came in. So if you guys share this video and you're on at the end, which is coming up, I'm going to do a drawing for a free giveaway. So if you'd like to share the video, comment the keyword, which is club. Let me know that you've shared it. I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing for a free little surprise, a little giveaway tonight. So what you can do as a hanger is you can do some twine. I have some twine here. And sometimes those Dollar Tree transfers, Dollar Tree signs come with those little twine things that also have a little end on them already, so they're really easy to put on. But I don't have one of those right now, so I'm just going to cut some twine, and I am going to attach it through the holes, and we'll see what happens. Let's see if we can get that hanging right. So I'm just going to go and loop this through. You could also do other things. You could put a sawtooth hanger on the back. You can do whatever you want. Many different options. Like I said, no one's going to see the back of this. I am kind of shredding this though. So what I might want to do is I might want to tape the end of this twine to get it to go through the hole. Without shredding my twine. Okay. On this side too, I could have done it one end, but I didn't think of it. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and push it through. Sometimes that's harder than it looks. Shouldn't be this hard, guys. Okay. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tie a knot on either side, or maybe just one knot. Cut off those ends. And this becomes my hanger. So this is our finished sign, guys. What do you think? What do you think of those colors? What do you think of the design? Do you like the retroness of this? I think it looks great. Okay, if you have any questions, please contact me. Send me a message. And if you want information on the club, type in the word club and check your messenger. I'm so excited to show you this club transfer. Every month it's fun. Every month it is. So I'm excited for you to join the club. If you have any questions on it, though, make sure you message me. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.